guys, it's TEW2016 Maxwell here, back again with another episode of TNA Make an Impact, episode 79, and we're now on our way, as you know, to Destination X. Next week will be the go home show, so we're trying to build up the card as much as possible, trying to get a lot of heat into our storylines to ensure, again, a positive pay-per-view, and of course, most importantly, gaining that pop in importance to take this company to national level. 16 segments on today's show, tried to make a lot of the matches a lot shorter to get a lot of people on television. Again, once some of the paper appearance contracts are up, we're going to let people go, maybe thin out the roster a little bit. But at the moment, we do need to keep a few of them, because we need people to put others over. We need the enhancement talents. So again, hopefully a good show here. And yeah, let's carry on with the run to Destination X. Here we go. So 7,700 at the Prairie Capital Centre. And we start the show with a little bit of a different start. Normally we have the world champ Fergal Devitt arguing with opponents that he's going to face in the future. But no, we have, of course, Mike Bennett and Brian Cage come out first. They, of course, are our tag team champions, and they just say, you know, it's fairly obvious they're the greatest tag team in TNA. They've taken on all comers. They beat everyone last week. And they say it's just going to be a moment in time when they have to retire the championships because no one's ever going to beat them. Davey Richards and Eddie Edwards, of course, disagree on this. They come out and just say, Destination X, you know, if you think you're that confident, then why don't you put the titles on the line against us? Of course, there are going to be many other tag teams who are fighting for a case here to take the championships off Bennett and Cage. This eventually leads to one of our authority figures coming out to let us know one of tonight's main events will see Davey Richards take on Shibata. So no rest for the Wicked in one of our main events here tonight, but a B-74 segment here. Continued to build up the tag division. It got the crowd hotter, and the segment continued the storyline. Our opening contest saw more action in the tag team division, and it was a decent match. And it saw the BC, Young Bucks, Matt and Nick Jackson, defeat Phoenix and Rey Mysterio in 10 minutes and 11, when Matt Jackson defeated Phoenix with a moonsault. Phoenix was a weak link here, but a C plus 68 is a good rating. It got the crowd hotter. It builds up a bit more momentum into the BC as we're going forward. And of course, Phoenix, we just have to try and keep improving him on. Mysterio again losing with his partner. So a bit of built up momentum for BC. What will that lead to going forward? We'll find out over the course of the next week or so. We then jump on to another feud we've got going. Samoa Joe's obviously had his issues with Stu Barrett. He faces MVP, wins in 6 minutes and 1 second with a muscle buster, proving his dominance with a good victory. The far better performance than MVP, a B-73 for the rating of the match. Joe improves technical skills. It just shows he is a badass, a dominant monster. What chance has Stu Barrett realistically got against him? Next up, we've got Jay Lethal coming to ringside to do color commentary on the next match. It's a C plus 66. He is going to be scouting TJ Perkins, our X Division champion. You know, these are guys that are all going to be competing for spots at Destination X to see who is the greatest X Division wrestler. So he's going to do a bit of scouting on Perkins. And Perkins was in a match that had decent wrestling, but not much heat. And it saw Rockstar Spud with a shock victory over TJ Perkins in 6:21 after that distraction from Jay Lethal. So a D47 shows that the underdog has a little chance here, as he shocked TJ Perkins. TJ is obviously furious, so I had to really protect TJ Perkins here as well, to make him dominate, just again to give that surprise factor of Spud getting a surprise victory, Jay Lethal getting under the skin of TJ Perkins, and it really opening up our X Division for something big at the pay-per-view. So a D47 probably could have been a lot better if it didn't have the booking decisions. We didn't have to hold back both wrestlers by making this our storytelling match. Next up in the Knockouts division, we saw a decent match with not much heat. We saw Becky Knox defeat Madison Rayne in 5:47 with Hard Knocks. C62, Becky continues to win this great run of victories. She beat Rosemary last week, the champion, in that tag team match. So another victory here could be showing that Becky could soon be in contention for a Knockouts championship match. So C62, very good for the women's division, and I think it can only continue to get better and better. Next up, we've got a backstage segment with AJ Styles. He hasn't been booked on tonight's show, so he's just like, you know what? Screw this. I'm taking the night off. I'm AJ Styles. If I'm not needed, screw this company. I'll be ready when I'm ready. I'm going to beat Chris Jericho at Destination X. I'm going to kick his ass. And then I'm going to finally reclaim that TNA World Championship. So B80 for the phenomenal AJ Styles' little segment there. Next up, we had a match that had some good wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd. And it saw Jeff Hardy defeat Abyss in 11:43 with a twist of hate, a B-72. Jeff with a little poor performance compared to Abyss, but helped the storyline gain some heat. Again, Abyss is having trouble with both Matt and Jeff, but he says to them that he is a partner ready and waiting to take them out. And after the matchup, he cuts a promo just saying, "Enough is enough. The Doomsday is upon us. You will meet your match with Doomsday at Destination X." So who is Doomsday? We're going to tease it for a wee bit longer. We're going to hold it out to Destination X, where we're more than likely going to see Matt and Jeff Hardy take on Abyss and this Doomsday. So a C-59, and the segment continues the storyline, albeit losing a little bit of heat. Next up, we've got Samoa Joe cutting a promo on Stu Barrett. He says he's going to sit backstage, he's going to watch Stu Barrett, see him in his matchup against Chris Jericho. He says he's already destroyed MVP tonight. He's feeling in the mood for another fight. So I mean, if Stu Barrett, happens to still be around after his match, he might just go looking for him. So B82, good promo from Joe, builds him up continually strong, advances the segment and gains it a little bit of heat. And after this, a superb matchup saw Chris Jericho defeat Stu Barrett in 9:59 by countout, which saw Samoa Joe come in and chase off Stu Barrett, leading to the countout win for Chris Jericho. This saw a B81. Jericho with a bit better performance than Barrett. Continued the storyline, advanced that there. A few negatives. And it led to a post-match segment where Joe continues to chase Barrett backstage. Barrett just runs and runs until he finds a car, jumps in the back of it. The car screeches off, and Samoa Joe is left in the parking lot, frustrated that he cannot get his hands on Stu Barrett, and it may wait until the pay-per-view before he can kick the crap out of Barrett. Our co-main event was that match between not David Richards, and Shibata, and it was about that had great wrestling and good heat. Another continual dominant performance from Shibata. He wins in 11:51 by pinfall. A B82, 70 for Eddie and 83 for Shibata, but it just shows this guy is dominant and can produce some really good matchups. After this, Devitt comes out, the champ comes out. They don't come to blows, they just have a stare down as Fergal Devitt walks out as he's ready for his main event match to showcase he's ready for the champion versus champion match at Destination X. That's a B+87. The storyline advanced and gained a bit of heat, so that's good to see there. And the main event match also got a B82, and it's an exceptional matchup. It saw Fergal Devitt defeat Bram in 13:51 by pinfall with a double knee gutbuster. B82, Devitt with a 90, Bram with a 78. Let's have a look here. No skill improvements, but again, just putting over the champ, getting him a good bit of momentum heading into the match with Shibata. I'm ending the show, just Devitt saying, "Shibata, you've been on a great roll. You're undefeated. You haven't been pinned or submitted in TNA as yet. But all good things have to come to an end. All streaks will come to an end. And in less than 2 weeks, he will be the champion. He will be the dominant TNA World Heavyweight Champion. And Shibata's run at the top will come to an end." So Devitt's warning, B+89. And we end our show with a solid B82, which is all we can ask for. The main eventers are delivering. A couple of the undercards being built for Destination X, and of course we'll build the rest of the card up on next week's show. So all perfect there. The B82 I can't complain with. I think we just have a really strong main event scene, which has helped putting the show over. Nothing that really affects us, and it seems we struck gold with the show. That's good. That's 5.61 in the TV rating and 4K on our drug testing. And if we quickly jump to size, everything is over 60, so it is really getting to the stage where a matter of time. We have 1, 2, 3 of the 8 required regions of America that are over the 65 importance. We just need to take the rest over the line. We are a national company, so all good with this show. Delighted, as I say, half the card has been built up for Destination X. If you can predict who you think is going to be on that card with the rest of the matches, let me know what you think. Any predictions as well, deeply appreciated. And more suggestions on who potentially Doomsday could be. But apart from that, guys, thanks as always for watching. Any likes, comments, or on anything is deeply appreciated. As I say, if it is regarding your own save, this save, TW in general. Any questions, any information, ask me. I can try and help to my best of my abilities. Sometimes I won't have the answer, but might be able to find someone who can. And to say, any shares are deeply appreciated. You can tweet me at 21maxo as well. Drop us a little follow if you like. I'll happily follow back. I don't have any problems with that. And of course, as always, you want to buy the game, it is on the Grey Dog software website. Free demo. Game's about 25 quid. And they've got a lot of mods there as well. And you can get a lot more information, a lot more YouTube content from various other bookers and written stuff as well on the Fantasy Bookers subreddit. But that is it for this episode, guys. Thanks for watching. Episode 80 is next, and I'll see you for the go home show for Destination X 2017. Bye bye.